Hey guys, on this episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to tune your bass guitar. That's all in this episode. Let's get to it. Hey friends, welcome back to another bass guitar lesson here on Everything 101. So glad you're hanging out with me. Well, on this lesson, I'm going to show you how to tune your bass, okay? This is going to be a short lesson, pretty easy, but I'll show you a couple different ways that you can tune your bass guitar. So as we learned before, the notes on the bass in the last episode are E, open. We're talking about just open strings, no fingers put down. So it's E, and then we've got the next string is an A, and then our next one is a D, and then our next one is G. Okay, so we've got E, A, D, G. Those are our notes. Now, there's a couple ways you can do it. You know, some people like to say, you know what, I just go up next to the piano and I hit the note, boom, and then I play the note and then I try to match it. Well, okay, that's fine if your piano's in tune. That's not always the case. As a matter of fact, most pianos at home are probably not exactly in tune, especially if they've been sitting a while, if they haven't been tuned in a while. You might get it close, all right? You might get it close, fair enough. So the best thing to do is rely on modern technology, which everybody has access to. One of the things you can do is just simply go to the internet, watch a video, type in tuning notes for the bass. Okay, so there are videos out there. This is one of the easy ways to do it. You hear on the video, they play the notes, boom, and then you hit yours, and then you try to match. Is it too low? Is it too high? And you want to tune your bass until it sounds right. Okay, now that's okay if you have a good ear. Some people have not trained their ear yet, and they may go, I can't really tell. So, they may not be able to match it exactly because, well, they just haven't quite trained it yet. They hear something is off, but they don't know if it's flat or sharp or whatever. One of the things I want to tell you is that when you are tuning your bass, I've seen people when they don't really know what they're doing, they sit there and they just go crank, 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 and they just crank those things up, and then all of a sudden, their string breaks. And they have to replace a brand new string because they tightened it too much, whatever. And that's especially true when you're putting strings on. All right, so here's another one. There are tons and tons of bass guitar, regular guitar tuners that you can buy, that you can, some of them, they're like processors. You plug into them and then you hit the tuner and then you just tune it. And sometimes it's a meter like this, and then in the middle, you might have a line and you see the little bass guitar going like this, and then you tune it until it lines up. All right. Some tuners will come up, they'll light up green when you get it. You basically just have to look at the tuner that you buy, look at how it works, and then, just follow the directions on that. But you want to get, you want to get your bass guitar sounding right, because you're going to think, well, I'm not hitting something right, I'm not playing this right, I'm not learning correctly or whatever, and really you just need a tune. All right, show you a different way to tune your bass. Now, one way to do it is to use the 5th fret. Okay, so if you get your bass guitar low E string in tune, some people will use the E string to tune the rest of the guitar. All right, but the key is you got to have your E string in tune. Now, in the last episode, I told you how the 5th fret is the same note as the next string open. So what some people will do is this. They'll play the 5th fret, then they'll play the next one open, and then they'll try to match it. They'll say, oh, that's not quite right. So they'll try to match the 2nd string to the same note. So basically you're hitting this A and the open A, and then you're trying to fine tune it until it sounds exactly right. Then you'll do the same, move up to the next 5th fret, and you will play this D and then the open D below it, and then try to match it. And then you'll go up and do the same thing, G and G, and then try to match it. So you can hear it's not exactly right, okay? But that's another way that you can tune your guitar. So this really comes down to how good is your ear. Modern technology that's out there, it's just as easy to go ahead and just buy a tuner. They're not very expensive. You can get them on, shopping websites, whatever. You can buy a tuner with no problem. It's very easy. But there's a couple of ways that you can tune. If you have a keyboard, keyboards are usually, they're usually right on the money in terms of tuning. They're correct, and so you can use a keyboard. So you can tune by keyboard. You can use the low strings, or you can just use a tuner, which is the absolute easiest and cheapest. Well, not the cheapest, but the easiest and most accurate way just to buy yourself a good tuner. All right, guys, well, that's how you're going to get your bass guitar in tune and sounding right. So good luck. If you got questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you. But for now, that's it, and I'll see you on the very next episode. I wish for you and all your family and friends peace and blessings. I'll see you soon.